At approximately 3:20 p.m. today, we had an officer-involved shooting. 911 had received a call of shots being fired in the area of Cripple Creek, and the officers responded. And on the way to the call, the officers got updated information that a resident on Quail Ridge had been shot. So the officers went to Quail Ridge, and they actually were getting ready to start the investigation when they heard another shot go off. And at that time they realized that the shot was coming from behind, possibly the house directly behind the one on Quail Ridge. The officers got in their units and proceeded around to the to investigate that shot. As they were coming around, EMS was en route to help the first victim. On their way, had seen a male and a female struggling over a rifle. The EMS personnel directed the officers in that direction. The officers arrived, and when they exited their vehicles, they took their weapons with them. And at that point, as they were approaching the house, the subject came around, and from the house on Cripple Creek, they saw that the subject was carrying a rifle, an assault-type rifle. The subject was ordered to put the gun down, and he didn't comply. He actually raised the weapon towards the officers, and the officers fired on the subject, striking him. The subject did go down, and he was hit somewhere in the upper torso. At that point, our officers, called for EMS and started to provide first aid to the subject. And the scene was taken under control, and after that, we don't have at this point anyone else that's been shot or hit that we know of.
So just that one suspect then?
Yes, it's one subject, one suspect. Yes, ma'am.
And as far as you guys know, is that separate from the man and the woman that EMS saw struggling over a firearm?
No, we believe those are related. Yes, it appears at this time that it is in fact the same two that were fighting.
So, Chief, are there 3 people involved or 2? It's not real clear.
As far as, okay, there's the
officers were going to one address. Were they going to the wrong address first and then?
No, they were dispatched to the area as shots being heard. Somebody called in saying we just heard multiple shots in the area. So the officers were coming. It's a pretty common call that we get. And the officers were en route. As they were coming to the area, they got more specific information that that a resident had been shot on Quail Ridge. So, they're realizing that it was the same area that, more than likely was related. So they went to that particular address, and once they arrived, they heard another gunshot, which pulled them away from what they were doing, and they started to go around to Cripple Creek, and also EMS provided them with some additional information saying that they had seen that man and woman struggling over a rifle.
So was the woman shot, or were 2 people shot?
No, it's just the one. The resident was actually working on his fence, and he was hit while he was working on his fence.
So 2
from
people
the man and
were
woman.
shot.
The initial victim was shot, and then the officer-involved shooting where the officer shot the suspect.
Who shot the neighbor? I'm sorry. Who shot the neighbor?
The suspect, the initial suspect.
What was the relationship between the woman and the suspect?
Okay. At this time, we believe they're husband and wife. That hasn't been confirmed yet.